today at 4:30 on First Edition.
That's right, Mr. Anderson. I love you. All right. I want you to find the executors for Lucinda PDQ so I can come to New York and show you just how much I love you. I think I'm getting used to the sound of this. I really do love you, Kirk. Yeah, you got work to do. I got work to do. All right, I'll talk to you later. I love you. Bye. Boy, I envy what you have with Kirk. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. That phone call reminded me of Holden. No, actually, I was thinking of Derek. Boy, I really thought I loved him. And that's why I don't trust my judgment anymore. Lily, your judgment is fine. It's Lucinda's judgment that's off. She was all for Derek, remember? And against Holden. Lily, there's going to come a time when you're going to have to detach from Lucinda. You may have to make a decision between Lucinda and Holden, but you may not get another chance.
Hi, Ellie.
Hi.
Lily, are you free for lunch? I figure we still have some talking to do before I go down to Waco.
Well, I was just kidding about calling you Mom. You'll always be Lucy to me. Hey, John's kind of pushing his adoption. Isn't he? If you're uncomfortable with any of this...
Oh, no, darling. No, it's just as I explained to your father, he doesn't know too much about business, but there are legal problems and ramifications.
Look, if these legal ramifications are going to hold things up, until we get them straightened out, why don't I go ahead and adopt Duke myself, and then you can sign up later. Okay?
Hey, that's a wonderful idea, John.
If that's what you really want, darling. Just so long as both of you and Duke know that I couldn't be happier.
Lucinda, I'm sorry. There's a man on the phone who refuses to give me his name, but he says it's urgent. Something about a follow-up on the Philip Lombard interview.
Kim and I have discussed this at length. And we both decided that the best thing would be for us to go our separate ways. For now. So I'll be moving out as soon as possible.
Hey, Bob. Andy. Bob said that you wanted to get the family together before Franny left for Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Your mother's inside with Franny, Sabrina, and my mother.
Well, we're going to the hospital?
Yeah.
Well, we got a minute.
For you, always.
I know you mean that, too. I've always been able to count on you. Especially in Wellspring, when you made that promise to me. You said that you and Mom would work everything out and you'd do your best to try and make things right. I've been thinking about that a lot lately when things get really hairy. Because I know you always keep your promises. I mean, maybe I can't trust everybody in this world, but I certainly can trust you.
Brought to you today by Ivory Liquid, where clean and soft go hand in hand.
Hey, two movie stars just in from Hollywood. Pull up a chair and watch the show. Sorry. My hand, the greasy casserole dish, and the Ivory Liquid. You know, Ivory's a bazillion times better than that other stuff. Yep. Ivory cuts the grease. Cleans like crazy. But Ivory doesn't dry my hands. They don't feel rough. See? Ah.
Ivory Liquid, where clean and soft go hand in hand.
You know you get your good looks from me. You?
Are your underpants killing you? Maybe you have sensitive skin, and your clothes are trying to tell you something. Well, dermatologist tested Sheer Free is the detergent you've been itching for. It's free of dyes, free of perfumes, so your clothes are free of the residues that can irritate sensitive skin.
even under these conditions, Alberto VO5 holds better and beats the premium brand. Jenny's Hair proves it. Try the 14-hour hold of VO5 hairspray.
Andy, look, Bob, I know that you can't expect a miracle overnight. I know that therapy's rough. First, it seems like it brings up more problems than it fixes. But you and Mom are going to hang in there. I know you will. And I know that eventually everything's going to be okay. I better go see what you want, all right?
And, you know, actually, we both wanted to talk to you.
Yeah?
You know, you're right. Counseling does bring things to the surface. And, your mother and I have been trying to protect the rest of the family from our true feelings. And that dishonesty hasn't helped us. If anything, it has undermined some of the things that are still right with our marriage. And in a last-ditch effort to prevent that from continuing, I'll be moving out for a while.
Bob, you tried that before. After it happened. And what about the time that you went to Los Angeles or the time that Mom was in England? You were apart. It didn't help at all.
Look, don't make it any tougher for your mother or for me. We're doing the best we can. I got to tell you, the last few weeks have been hell.
All right. You sound like you made up your mind. There's nothing I can say to change it.
Andy, hold it. I do keep my promise. I'm not going to give up on your mother, and I'm not going to let her give up on me. We're going to continue the counseling, so we are going to try to work it out. I got to tell you, my life is not really going to be worth living until we can be together again and be a family again in every sense of the word.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
I mean it, Kate.
Okay, we've got reservations at Emilio's in half an hour. This will give me time to call Cal and give him that info if you have it.
If I have it. Right here. This is my office.
Thank
you. See that? I'm going to be very blunt with you. He's linked their insurance policy. What? Lily, don't act so shocked. I have to admit something to you. When I first started having a relationship with Kirk, I think I jumped into it to help me get over Craig. I didn't plan on falling in love with him. I wasn't ready to make any kind of commitment to him until just a few minutes ago. It's been a very long haul for me. And you couldn't commit because of Craig? And Iva. I think I was probably Kirk's insurance policy. I don't think he knew he was really over Iva, and I don't know what happened between the two of them in New York. I think he really loves me, and I think he knows it now. And I think that we are probably very free to love each other now. Oh, God, I'm so happy for you. No, I want to be happy for you and Holden, too. I wish you'd quit letting other people get in the way. Oh, go ahead and say it, Lucinda. All right, Lucinda. She's always trying to get in the way of Kirk and I. You know, I think she feels threatened whenever she's not in control of someone. And today, she has to remind me that Kirk is surrounded by beautiful executive women. You just can't let her get to you. I know. I saw her try to break up Craig and Sierra until they got married, and then she had to either accept it or she was going to lose both of them. Yeah. That's true.
Okay, all set. Ellie, would you like to join us?
No, Link, that's okay. I'm going to order in. You guys make the call.
That's one tactful lady. You ready to go?
Why do you put up with me? I've given you nothing but grief since we met.
Hey, that's not true. You've given me something to fight for.
Why did you go over mine?
Well, would you remind your client, please, that I never agreed to a reprint of the interview in the Sunday supplement of the City Times?
Mr. Lombard remembers differently, and he'll be very upset if you don't follow through. He might be so upset you'd be inclined to inform your husband how he provided you with proof of Duke Kramer's paternity some time ago, in the form of a certain lavender box. Oh, by the way, that article should run before the trial. We'll be in touch.
And that's all there is to it.
Well, we'll have to have a party, an adoption party, with champagne and everything.
I should have thought of this a long time ago. I guess we have Philip Lombard this time. You know, speaking of Philip Lombard, who was that on the telephone?
Oh, darling, it was just, a lawyer of his. Asking if I would be willing to testify at the trial.
You? Why?
Well, that's exactly what I asked him, dear. And I pointed out, you know, it's because of the interview, but when I printed that, there was a disclaimer. This was an interview. It was not the position of the magazine, and they're continuing to hound me about reprinting it in the supplement.
I think you ought to tell him to go to hell.
That's exactly what I did.
Good, good.
Well, how about some lunch?
38 for me. Actually, Andy's at his apartment this afternoon, and I think we should come by and tell him what's been going on before it fires up into someone else.
If you're going to tell him, I'd like to be there, okay?
Mm-hmm. So much for lunch.
Well, how about dinner then, huh? Okay. Good, good, good. Bye, Jane. Ambrose, you get
Bye,
the
love you.
papers are ready?
I certainly will, John.
You know, that Duke is one lucky young man.
Well, John's a lucky father. I think Duke's just adorable.
Oh, Jane, please. Not on my time. Please, go back to your desk. And as for you, old darling, you are not doing anything. You are not helping me out of this pickle. You are not coming up with anything interesting and new ideas.
I'm afraid I'm going to sound like a broken record again, but you have got to tell John the truth. And then you are going to try to make amends. Perhaps by agreeing to go along with this adoption.
Before I take that boy to my bosom, I'll split my wrists and I'll sell my company to the Arabs. Oh, charming. It's an idea. It's a solution. Please listen. Listen carefully.
Beginning not to like it already.
And I want enthusiasm from you.
It's a promise of tomorrow. It's a lesson from the past.
The spirit of the American woman. It is the power that touches us all. Join JCPenney as we celebrate that spirit with special events and special merchandise throughout our stores. The spirit of the American woman, now through October 27th.
It's JCPenney, where fashion comes to life.
Now, when light turns up the heat,
Sorry, Mr. O'Hara.
there's Degree antiperspirant.
I just don't keep my Patty waiting at the altar.
Body heat activated Degree is different.
So, sir, Patty says that we have a lot in common. Like what? Is it hot in here?
Every time your body heat rises, Degree turns on.
Now, you discreet.
On Knots Landing,
No caso loco, ¿sí?
two timing women with one thing in mind.
I could help a man through a midlife crisis.
Her puberty.
Knots Landing returns Thursday.
So when Kramer told me you and Julie were real good friends, I couldn't quite figure. You and my ex don't look to have a whole lot in common.
Not more than you think. I'll always be grateful to Julie. She stood by me at some very low points in my life when no one else wanted anything to do with me. She's got a lot of guts now.
Oh, yeah, guts she's got. I'll give her that. Where she falls a little short is the honesty part.
No offense to the coffee, huh?
Whoa, whoa. I didn't mean that little put down.
I care a lot about you.
Yeah, so do I. That's why I'm here.
I just happen to believe that people should be able to live down on the surface.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more.
Well, a lot of people don't agree. A lot of people didn't want to see Julie happy with Katie.
Like who?
Like Antonio Reyes, for one. Julie walked out on him. He doesn't want her to forget it. And I have a feeling he's one of the reasons why Julie left.
Maybe I should go have a little talk with Mr. Reyes.
Trust me, don't bother. Antonio doesn't listen to anyone. And anyone who crosses his path is headed for some trouble.
I'm not afraid of trouble. Thank you for the warning.
Emily?
Whoa! Sorry, just tell me where my husband is and I will beat a hasty retreat.
No, he's in Mac's office. He shouldn't be long.
Hey, you look like you're gonna have that baby any day now.
No, as a matter of fact, this baby just might be late. Never know. This came from Kim and Bob.
Kim tell you that she and Dad are seeing a counselor?
Yeah, she did. It doesn't seem to be doing much good. She was very tense. I don't know. I think we should all just chip in and send Emily and Susan off to the West Coast together.
So where's this hot, foxy dame you're telling me about? Oh, that hot, foxy dame.
I thought we might have lunch together.
Mind reader. You know, I was just thinking, tomorrow you're going to New York and you're leaving me alone in the house. How about that?
Well, actually, Hal, I've been looking at the duty roster. I think I could probably spare you a couple of days.
Oh, that's okay. You know, we can just save up all his vacation time for after the baby's born. Besides, Paul's going to be in New York keeping his eye on me.
It sounds a little bit to me like you don't want me around.
No, that's not true. It's just that I'm going to be so busy, I won't have time to even see you.
I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all, sweetheart. Not at all. Tell Kim and Bob our news?
What? What news?
Well, we're going to be closing on our little dream house sometime next week.
Yeah, congratulations.
Hey, so with the housewarming, huh?
Well, actually, what we're doing is we're hoping to move in time to celebrate our second anniversary there. You know, invite all the family and friends.
Well, listen, we're going to be there with bells on if we're not in labor at Memorial. Now, we're going to get out of here before you find something for me to do.
Bye. All right, bye.
Hey, something's wrong, I can tell.
Something is terribly wrong. Bob and Kim are separated.
What?
Bob's moving out.
How to give your family the moistest cake ever. Take a cake baked with an ordinary milk and dunk it. Or bake a cake with new Dunkin' Hines Moist Deluxe milk and give your family the moistest cake ever. It's lavishly moist. Moister than any meeting.
So, you and the bear are going to brush your teeth?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh, well, watch the brush. Well, now, you don't care about the icky dirt that might be deep down in that sink, but your mom cares. She cleaned it with Comet. It's got Chloranol Plus, a power bleach. Comet gets the soap scum on the surface, then gets the dirt deep down below the surface, too. Uh-oh, watch the cup. That's okay. That's why there's Comet. Deep down, you know it's clean.
Typically, they'll start here, and it's a pounding headache, and we'll go up towards the top of the head.
Today, it isn't regular aspirin or Tylenol. It's Advil for tough headache pain.
When the pain's gone, it's gone with Advil.
Advil, advanced medicine for pain. A bit off your game? A diet without vegetables may be unbalanced. V8 is a delicious blend of 8 vegetable juices to help balance your diet. Drink V8. Keep your diet straight.
I'm Dan Rabbit. The booming business in baseball cards. Could foul play leave some buyers out of luck? The story tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Don't touch your television. Because Thursday at 8:30, I'll be back. A flash, and it's new time, Thursday at 8:30.
Over My Dead Body. Premieres Friday, October 20th.
I was not checking up on you. Ellie said you went downstairs for some coffee. She never mentioned a word about Frank.
He wanted to talk to me about Julie, that's all.
Why is that? I mean, from what Andy says, that he couldn't care less about you.
He said that he was worried about her. I took him at his word. Now, could you please get back to work on the oil before you leave with me for New York?
I think he's just stressed you. That's what's keeping him here in Oakdale. It's got nothing to do with Julie. That's just an excuse.
Just stop, Paul, please. I hate nothing more in this world than jealousy, okay? James was always jealous.
Good. Now you're saying I'm like my father.
No, I'm not. For you're nothing like James. You're nothing like Roger. We're very possessive, very jealous men. All I'm saying is that... All right, can I say, don't make some changes in the commentary from New York. Could you approve them for me? I can't, Ellie. Lily's working. Yeah, I know. It's late. Speaking of which, I'm getting kind of hungry. Well, why don't the two of you go have lunch? I'll put down the fork.
That sounds like a good idea. We'll probably work better on a full stomach. Should we bring something back to you?
Yeah, Fox Kirk from New York, please.
You got a bad deal.
I know. See you later. Have a nice time. M&A, Ellie Snyder, may I help you, please? Mr. Lang, no, Lily's not in. Can I take a message? As far as I know, Holden is aboard your jet on his way to London. Do you want me to take a message? Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry, Mom. I still think it's a bad idea. And I could tell from talking to Bob he's not happy about moving out either. I know, you keep saying I shouldn't feel responsible, but if I hadn't been drinking last year, you wouldn't have spent so much time with Dad. And maybe Bob wouldn't have gotten so close to Susan. Oh, life never gets you after her.
Andy! Hi!
Hi, Clem.
I came to see Franny. Did she go already to Chicago?
Oh, yeah, 10 minutes ago.
Do you know if Sean got in touch with her before she left?
What? I don't know. I'm not sure. I got a lot on my mind, right?
Anything you want to share?
No, not really. It's personal.
Well, isn't that how people get to know each other? By, sharing personal things?
Courtney, I mean, depends on how well you want someone to get to know you.
Oh. Very subtle, Andy.
Look, we went on a few dates. Okay?
Right.
Maybe you misunderstood me? How was that?
Maybe I did. Well, it won't happen again. You know, I think I'm going to go and say hi to your mom. She always manages to be nice to people. You can got something on her mind.
Courtney, stop. Look, sorry, all right?
All right.
It's just hard for me to, just let it all hang out like you do. If I get uptight, I push people away. Just please, don't crowd me, okay?
Okay, shall I go now? Yeah.
No, I just need some time to think. But I wouldn't go in there asking a lot of questions, all right?
Why not? I mean, something wrong with things getting out?
Yes, something's wrong. Things are getting worse.
I'm sorry.
Look, it's fine. Just don't say anything, okay? Because they might work it out. You never know. I just hope they do, because if they can't help, nobody can. I'll call you later.
Anyway, we were wondering if you knew Andrew's schedule.
45 minutes ago, he was at the house.
Oh, great. I'll sorry I'm there. You mind if I use the phone?
Yes, no, of course. Go ahead, use it. But don't call Kim. She's not feeling well.
You probably left then, I would think.
Why don't you use the phone in my office?
Okay. Sorry to bother you.
Look, John, I really am busy. If this can wait.
No, I don't think it can. You seem to be becoming a part of the scene here. Anything I can do?
No.
Okay. I won't press.
Thanks. Dr. Matthews available. Dr. Hughes. Thank you. Matt, listen, I'd like to schedule a session with you myself, without Kim. How do I feel? Like I just went 10 rounds with Joe Louis and I lost. I finally agreed with Kim. I guess she's right. A separation right now is the only way to go. But damn it, I tell you, it just doesn't make... Can you hold on a second? Come in.
Hi.
Is it a little indulgent to color your hair with preference? Feels that way. Special conditioning gives hair shine, so the color's glossy, the look's healthy, you feel beautiful. You're worth it.
Performing preference from L'Oreal.
30 years and 30 kinds of price. New Scott Towels Mega Rolls of a new age of cost consciousness.
The psychic hotline is free. I called 1-800-676-1000 for information on how to talk one-on-one with a live psychic. It was easy. We talked about love, relationships, money, and my career, all from the privacy is my own home. It's like having my own personal psychic advisor. She's just like a friend. Call 1-800-676-1000 to find out how to speak directly with authentic psychic astrologers about love, relationships, or anything that's on your mind. There's no charge for this call, but you must be 18. Call now.
Party with Tom Selleck on the next Start City.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Well, Emily and I will hold the fort down here if we can keep Gavin Kruger at bay. What does that mean? He wants Emily to go out to L.A. and work with his people there for a little while. He got the idea the day of your show at Mona Lisa, and he's being very persistent. We've already lost Sean to Kruger Industries. Well, Gavin's an important client. True, but all our clients are important.
Sounds like you've been taking your diplomacy pills.
And then,
Come on, let's see.
I wouldn't say no too quickly to Gavin Kruger. Well, we do work for him, but he doesn't own us. So, if you could talk Gavin on the idea, I'd really appreciate it, because we can't spare Emily. And he's going to be in New York for your show. I didn't realize that was definite. Oh, yeah, according to Sean. He wouldn't miss it for the world. He was a big fan. Well, we really do have to eat. Hell, he has an hour. All right.
Have a good lunch.
Bye-bye.
I like watching you maneuver. Business seems second nature to you, doesn't it?
Yeah. My personal life doesn't give me so much trouble.
Well, you've got a breather now with Holden in London. That'll give you time to step back and get a good look at things. Just like you do in business. The same thing when you think about it. You're looking for the most you can get out of life, and you just got to figure out who can give it to you.
Isn't that calculating? Isn't that selfish?
No, not at all. If you're getting what you want and what you need, you're probably going to give the same back.
Well, it's a good thing that you were going to Waco, because you can be very persuasive. I am so hungry I could eat a horse. I think I'll have eggplant parmesan.
Yeah, me too. Eggplant parmesan. Okay, now that that's settled, how about telling me where Kruger got the idea of relocating Emily to the West Coast?
Well, how would I know?
Barbara, you're married to a detective. When 2 and 2 equals 4, I usually know that I'm onto something. Lily said that Kruger first mentioned this idea right after your fashion show at the Mona Lisa, which just happened to be right after Paul started seeing a lot of Emily.
Honey, if I had that kind of influence over a man like Gavin Kruger, I would be guilty as charged. But I don't.
Of course, I'm about as steady as a 2-year-old, and I couldn't do it without this pain, but it's beats lying on my back all day.
I can't get over the progress you've made.
I know.
Well, listen, don't overdo it, huh?
Yeah, my legs are away from me.
Well, then, come on.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Let me help you.
Okay.
Please.
Guess we should have knocked first.
No, that's all right. Come on.
For 46 lonely years, I had a secret. I could not read. But then I ordered the reading cassette, hooked on phonics, and taught myself how to read, without any help or embarrassment. In fact, after learning one 18-minute cassette, I was able to read a 120-page book. So if you or your child have a reading problem, order Hooked on Phonics and learn to read. I did. Call 1-800-ABCDEFG.
Heart disease is the nation's number one killer.
You make me feel so young.
An estimated 60 million Americans have high serum cholesterol.
You make me feel there are songs to be sung.
Too much saturated fat may be bad for your height.
And every time I see you grin,
Bad for your height.
I'm such a happy individual.
For your heart.
Even when I'm old and gray, I'm gonna feel the way I do today. 'Cause you make me feel so young.
Get heart smart.
Glow when it's huggable, snuggable, lovable. Glow when's a good night friend.
Play School Glower makes bedtime comfortable. Just squeeze him and his face lights up.
Glow when's a good night friend.
And it's machine wash.
Easy spirit trap on with the same inside as the easy spirit lift. Easy spirit. Let the spirits move you.
And give this top priority.
I know there's going to be overtime. I don't care about the cost. I want it done today, and I want it convincing. So get to it. Yes, for measures, my darling. These are times for desperate measures.
You certainly don't look desperate. In fact, you look positively exhilarated.
I love the chase. I love the thrill of victory. I was defeat my enemy, the enemy of my enemy. Wouldn't it be boring if I was just sitting here safe at the top?
Now, Lucinda, pulling something like this could be taking a huge risk.
No, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
You have a call. Jane, darling, why didn't you just buzz me? You said not to disturb you while you were talking to Marlowe.
So I did. And who is it?
Ellie Snyder.
Oh! I don't want to have to be polite to that silly twit of a girl.
Hi, Ellie. What can I do for you?
I was just wondering if you had Kirk's schedule. I tried ringing him. He said he would be there, but there was no answer at his suite.
Well, I believe he's making dates for cocktails with one of our more promising and attractive prospects.
It's 1 in the afternoon, Lucinda. It's not cocktail hour in New York.
Possibly she's free for lunch. You know how Kirk is. How he pushes when he's onto something that he really wants.
If you talk to him, will you please tell him I'm going out to the farm after work?
More trouble at the farm? Do you have any idea how this upsets Lily? I guess the whole family's upset. With Holden and Caleb duel in the dust.
Lily is part of our family too, Lucinda. And if things work out between her and Holden, which I think they will, she will be Lily Snyder, not Lily Walsh.
Lily will always be Lily Walsh to me because she is my daughter.
I don't want to keep you, Lucinda.
Oh! I just got off the phone with Sierra. I'm thinking about a trip to Montego. And Craig, of course. My heavens, I have never heard two people so blissfully happy.
Well, send them my best when you talk to them again.
I surely will do so.
Right.
I never put through a call to Sierra.
Because there wasn't any call.
All right, now, let's get to work, all of us. Please, Jane, this is not a nesting ground for billing and cooing. Marlowe is going to send something up to me. The minute it arrives, please send it.
Right.
I'm a little concerned about your loyalty, though, darling.
Oh, Lucinda, you know you'll always have my loyalty. And you'll always have my love.
Yeah. Maybe before Jane.
Oh, come on. What am I going to do with you?
You love me.
Oh, you love me. You love me even when you're cross and you love me.
I'm not cross. I'm just worried. And that's just because I love you. I don't want you to lose John. I know how much he means to you.
But I can't play second fiddle to that boy.
Why is John's relationship with you any different from his relationship with Andy and Margot?
I don't know. It's got something to do with the fact that he wants to make up for so much lost time, you know? Also, he wants to bring him into the bosom of the family without asking me properly, and I won't have it. I won't have it.
Thanks, man. I'm going to let you do most of the talking here. If you have any questions, chime up.
Okay. I know that you've been uptight. I can see that.
Yeah, well, you'd be uptight, too, if found out there's a chance Philip Lombard could be your father.
Who said?
His wife. Tom and Margaret were preparing the trial a while back, and she told him that Lombard had an affair with my mom. The dates add up. So I went to visit Lombard up in Federal Penitentiary in Marion, and he was really elusive and said he didn't want to say anything that might incriminate him in a trial, but he said stuff like I really remind him of himself when he was my age, and I'm the kind of son he was proud of.
What's that supposed to mean? Well, it means absolutely nothing. That's why we're going to have some tests performed. prove conclusively once and for all that there is no truth in that statement.
You do your test. I don't need any tests to prove you're my half-brother.
Hey, thanks.
I mean it, man. I mean, we're family, right? The hell with Lombard.
My sentiments exactly. Listen, Andy, I'm going ahead. Take a legal step. I'm going to adopt Duke, test or no test.
Is that right? That's terrific, man. You need Dixon.
Yeah, maybe you're going to wash sticks, and Lucy's talking about co-adoption.
I'm sorry, it strikes me funny because, I mean, she's trying to get you out of town and everything. Now she wants to adopt you?
Yeah.
Crazy world.
It is, isn't it? There should be a couple of things we should count on here. One is family. Be my boys, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad you guys told me about this. It's funny how everyone else's life seems to be falling apart. Bob's moving out. I think it's a trial separation. That's what it's called.
So you don't need any more rehab? Well, I've got to do my exercise, and I have to see Dr. Kozak periodically, but I'm making progress every day.
Well, that's great. That's great. So you can get on with your life, huh?
Speaking of which, I've got a lot of people to see, so...
Take it easy now, huh?
All right. Bye-bye. Bye. Yes.
Bye, yeah.
I think I know why you're here.
Yeah, Nancy came by the station.
Does Susan know that you and Kim are separated?
No, we're just telling the family you guys were next on the list.
So, Dad, you really think this is the answer?
I don't want to go into the details, son. Kim and I can't even talk now without getting into an argument. No, it's, the tension around the house is just incredible. So, I'm moving out. We're going to continue the sessions with Dr. Matthews.
Have you decided where you're going to go?
I really haven't thought that much ahead.
Well, why? Listen, you come and stay with us. We've got that extra room.
Thanks, but I think I got to get my bearings, and I wouldn't be allowed to laugh right now.
Hey, we're not looking to laugh. Come on, the office still can't, okay?
We really just so lonely out there.
And tell me about it. I don't think this is going to be a quick fix. If it happens at all, it's going to take time. A lot of time.
One turkey's in, coming up. Who's got the roast beef on rye? Now that's a sandwich. Yeah, step down. Who's hungry?
I'm hungry.
What would be hungry?
Yeah, Mom, and I like it thin.
Thin. Everybody likes it thin.
Introducing Thin Slice, new from Oscar Mayer. Finally, that delicious deli taste comes fresh from your kitchen counter.
Yo, Vince, save some for the customer.
What's the name of this place anyway?
Hey, how about Dad's Deli?
Volunteers. Our generation enjoys being active and involved. Of course, there'll be some stiff muscles tomorrow, but that's why there's Bufferin. Bufferin strong 100% aspirin relieves aches and pains fast. And Bufferin's buffers make it gentler to the stomach than plain aspirin. So for pain relief, remember Bufferin, so you can do the things you want to do.
It's so simple, and yet you could be use of color. So bold, you know.
I hear the artist was discovered at the supermarket.
Blueprints by Brawley. Available for exhibit in your kitchen.
For 50 years, our staff has used pure, gentle Murphy's oil soap on the wood in this house with great results.
And there's also Murphy spray.
Yes, for those who are always looking for shortcuts.
It was quick. It was called 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I have my brother's wheels, remember?
Yeah. It beats the bus.
Yes, it does beat the bus. I like this place a lot. I remember the first time I saw it when Bianca and Duke and I were cleaning it up and you were away at Wellspring.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I have to admit I had an ulterior motive that day. I was interested to see living in Chicago. But when I found them, they were so blurred I realized you wouldn't recognize me.
What's it? That's your confession?
Yeah, that's my confession. From now on, no more secrets, no more games, no ulterior motives.
Okay, let's start. I got 3 chapters.
You said you came by. Was he okay? I mean, he's been really bummed out lately.
Well, yeah. Hey, to make a long story short, something happened. That made Duke wonder whether or not my dad was his dad. He seems kind of shaken up tonight.
Wow, but your dad's pretty shook up too.
Yeah, we all are. But, you know, Dad's got a solution that'll fix everything. I can't really tell you right now. But you'll find out soon enough.
Okay.
Do you want a soda?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duke's family tree is shaky, and I want to shake it. Get back to it. Call me when you've got what I want.
Something wrong?
No, I was just remembering something.
What?
Hey, sweetheart. Look, I know you're upset about Tim and Bob.
Dan McCloskey, don't you dare give me any platitudes about every family that has their ups and downs. Knowing how completely in love they were, how did this ever happen? Did you see Bob?
Yeah, it's not very good interpreting.
I just hope Susan goes directly from Michigan out to that job in Los Angeles. What?
Well, we just found Susan in Bob's office. She's back.
If Bob insists on that friendship, I think she and Jim don't have a prayer of a chance.
Hey, you've always told me never to worry on an empty stomach. You and I are going out right now to lunch. Pronto. Also, this second. See you in an hour.
All right. Have a good one. Oh, man, I'm worried too, Tom. But, you know, you gotta keep positive for Tim and Bob's sake, and we mustn't take sides because none ever did with us.
Look how happy we are. Anything's possible.
That's true. We're a couple of lucky.
You better believe it.
Now listen, I had a brainstorm. You know how taken Gavin is with Barbara? Well, I asked her to use her charms to persuade him to drop the LA idea.
Lily, Gavin is not the kind of man who likes to be persuaded. I think Rebecca too would backfire on the firm. Why don't I just go to LA in good faith? Speaking of going away, Link, when are you going to Waco?
Well, Cal wants me to head down there tomorrow, but I don't know. I might hold off a bit.
Wait a minute, I thought we agreed about this.
Well, a day or two is not going to make any difference to Cal.
Why don't we let Emily and Paul finish their lunch? I'll see you guys back to the office.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, he's going to get his head broken.
Why? Because of Holden?
Well, Ellie seems to be a one-man woman.
And what about you?
Oh, I'd rather die than hurt you.
But do you love me?
Yes?
Well, if you love me like I love you, you'll never hurt me. Okay, how about some dessert, huh?
Anything chocolate. Someone looks like a horse behind that podium, I know.
Hello. Hey,
But you're ignoring me.
No, I'm just giving you guys some privacy, that's all. Listen, Emily just reminded me that Lisa's not going to be able to make it to the New York show, so should I give that ticket to Frank of Wisconsin?
Yeah. Sure. Honey, who are those men talking to Emily?
Emily Stewart, Stanley Larkin. Small world, huh? All the restaurants in Oakdale, and we both take this one.
Yeah, well, Frank likes us to work Wednesdays.
Excuse me. Enjoy your lunch.
I had no idea you would be here.
Never, I repeat, never introduce me by name. Understand? I slipped.
That's Brock's mistress.
She had good taste in women. That's one hot babe. Before this assignment's over, I'm gonna have her in bed. At least once.
I just got Michael a Fisher-Price tape recorder.
He's not too young for that?
No, it's really easy to use.
Is it sturdy, though?
Sure, it's Fisher-Price. And besides...
We've road tested the Fisher-Price Pick Up and Go with the world's most inexperienced drivers. No other truck in history picks up like the Pick Up and Go from Fisher-Price.
At Westminster Kennel Club, 2,900 of the finest dogs in America came to compete. And after 2 exciting days, one fact became abundantly clear. Pedigree food for dogs was the overwhelming choice of winners. More champions were raised on pedigree than all other dog foods combined. 96 best of breed winners, 5 of 7 best in group winners, and the dog judged best in show, a perfect Pekingese, were all pedigree dogs. Pedigree, developed with vet, resoundingly recommended by top breeders.
Everything was quiet. And suddenly I heard it all the way from the other side of the house. It could only be Peter coughing. I looked in. Nose was running. He was sneezing. His worst cold ever. Then I remembered what my pediatrician had said. Pediacare has the formula he prefers. Measured just right for Peter's age and weight. And now that he's better, I feel better, too.
Pediatricians trust the care in Pediacare.
I'd love to, Dee. I can't make it that night. I'm going to the freshman mixer. Maybe some other time?
Oh, darling, hello. Ambrose, I'm glad you called me. I was going to give you a ring. How are we doing in the interview in New York with his lawyer? No, I want you to really press for it, because the more I brood about it, the more it seems likely that he really is Duke's father. Everything fits so perfectly.
Okay, I'll call you. All right, bye-bye. Oh. Are you ready for a break, Courtney? Maybe a walk in the park or something?
Yes.
Look, if you're wondering, Dee's just a friend.
You know, I mean, if a person knows something or thinks they know something, but they're not sure, so they keep quiet, is that the same thing as keeping a secret from somebody?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, the last time I kept a secret from you, you didn't speak to me for months, practically, right? But then you're always telling me to keep my nose out of other people's business. I don't know what to do on this one.
What do you say to a guy who's having problems with his wife? Gee, Bob, I'm sorry you and your wife split. Sure.
Hey, Duke! I've been looking for you.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Well, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't.
Oh, no, I'm kidding. I need a hug.
Oh, okay.
Now, just be gentle, okay?
Back so soon.
I know, well, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. Why didn't you tell me? I would have come to Michigan to get you myself. Hey, what's the prognosis? Excellent. It's just going to take a little time.
Oh, that's good to hear. If you'll excuse me, I'll let the two of you hang.
Sure. Oh, listen, if you see John, tell him that I'm looking for him, okay?
Will do. Good to see you upright again. Take care.
Bye. I miss you. Oh, I miss you too. Oh. So tell me, what's going on with Dr. Franz in California and all that? Oh, that's the bad news. Dr. Franz couldn't hold his job open, so it's been filled. So, it looks like I'm going to be around Memorial till after the holidays, because no one is hiring this time of year.
Yeah, but why would Henry Land call me?
I don't know.
Well, then when I find out I was calling back, I'll just need a cruise. Guess Angel really is Daddy's little girl, huh?
Link, before I forget, you have to call Cal about the Waco trip.
Okay. Well, as soon as I finish with Cal, we'll get to work on those Stricto promotion ideas that you
I'll
had.
go get the files in my office.
Hey, Cal. Listen, I got a favor to ask you. With Holden out of town, I think it's important that I stay here for Lily. So if there's any way that you can arrange or postpone the trip to Waco, I'd really appreciate it.
Ugly mug. Marlowe's the genius.
I still think you're making a big mistake.
Darling, let your eyes travel to the date, November the 4th. By the time the real issue hits the stand, Mr. Lombard will be on his way to Rhythm.
Excuse me. Olivia's packing up her desk, and she says she will not stay another minute without someone to promote her work.
Come on, darling, and watch me. Have I point out to our prima donna that she has a contract.
Oh, boy, it's going to be another one of those days.
What kind of prizes? Oh, yes, Mr. Lang. No, I'm sorry, she's not available at the moment. But, may I take your number and I'll have her call you back? Yes, certainly. And how long will it be at that number? Oh, no, absolutely. I'll give you the message personally.
Got a cold? Gotta feel better? You've got to get relief with Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
It works.
It's fast.
It works fast.
When you've got to get relief fast, you got to get Alka-Seltzer Plus. And now, for sinus and allergy relief, try new Alka-Seltzer Plus sinus allergy medicine.
I like Ernie. I like Big Bird.
Play School asked kids to name their favorite TV friends.
Trees, cookies.
And they love the gang at Play School Sounds Around, the only talking toys with their Sesame Street friends. And look for the Sounds Around with Big Bird's Farmyard friends.
Now, back to cooking with Audrey. Okay. Have we got our ingredients ready?
Yes.
Rough the eggs down there.
There's nothing like DuPont Stainmaster Carpet for handling a pinch of this.
Measure the milk carefully.
And for dealing with a dash of that. But it's not a Stainmaster carpet
Wasn't that fun? Super duper.
if it doesn't say DuPont. Available at color tile stores everywhere.
They ruled from day one and pounded their way to the pennant. Now the Reds are pumped to topple reigning champion Oakland. The Reds, the World Series begins prime time tonight.
The season premiere you've waited for. JR's dream of freedom is broken
Nobody comes to me.
when his family betrays him.
What's next? Marry me and raising his child?
While Bobby and April's dream honeymoon in Paris becomes a nightmare.
One wrong move, and she's dead.
Susan Lucci and the premiere of Dallas, November 2nd.
Stay tuned for Guiding Light. Next on most of these CBS stations. Jewelry by Monet. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.
This is CBS.
I'm Walter Jacobson, making headlines in our newsroom at this hour. President Bush is here, boosting Republicans and blasting the Democrats in his budget battle. The University of Chicago professor wins the Nobel Prize for Economics. More, just 4:30.
If you're home or in a hospital, you